Welcome everyone. Today we're diving into the Reading and Writing Module 1. We'll focus on questions 25 to 27 from SAT Practice Test 1. I'm excited to guide you through this, helping you improve your skills and prepare effectively. Over the next few slides, we'll review key strategies and practice questions to boost your confidence. Let's get started. Now, moving on to the key findings of our study. Contrary to what many of us previously believed, hawk moths don't migrate randomly. Instead, they employ sophisticated flight strategies that help them navigate their long journeys. This discovery is quite surprising and really shifts our understanding of insect migration. To give some context, every year, trillions of animals take to the air in migration. We often think of larger animals, but insects like moths, bees, and mosquitoes are also major players in this global movement. In our research, scientists from the Max Planck Institute took a closer look by tagging and monitoring hawk moths. They tracked their movements from Germany all the way to the Alps, providing valuable data on how these insects migrate. Previously, the assumption was that insects migrate in a random fashion, influenced primarily by the wind. But what we found was quite different. Hawk moths actually use complex flight strategies, indicating a level of navigation skill that we didn't fully appreciate before. This finding highlights just how much there is still to learn about animal migration and the incredible adaptations that enable these creatures to undertake such arduous journeys. Choice D really highlights the importance of this study by drawing a clear contrast. On one hand, we had the previous assumption that migration was random, just a simple, haphazard process. But the new findings are quite surprising. They show that the flight strategies are actually quite sophisticated. This shifts how we understand these behaviors and suggests there's a lot more complexity involved than we initially thought. It emphasizes that these animals are making more calculated decisions during migration, which is a key insight for our overall understanding of movement ecology. So, in essence, this choice underscores how our perspective has evolved from seeing migration as random to recognizing its strategic nature. Let's take a closer look at the two novels highlighted on this slide. Both are truly epic in scope. Krishnamurthy's novel is 2,210 pages, and Proust's is even more extensive at 4,215 pages. Despite their lengths, the key similarity is that both novels narrate the life stories of two men. However, the settings of these stories are quite different, reflecting their unique cultural backgrounds. Krishnamurthy, an Indian author, published his novel in the 1950s, while Proust, a French author, published his work between 1913 and 1927. Now, where do these stories take place? Krishnamurthy's novel is set in India during the Chola dynasty, a fascinating period of Indian history. On the other hand, Proust's novel is situated in early 20th century France, capturing a different social and historical context. But here's an interesting connection. Both novels are centered around the lives of prominent male figures. Krishnamurthy's story follows Prince Arulmozhivarman, who becomes a Chola dynasty emperor. Meanwhile, Proust's narrative is a reflection on memories and the transformation of French society through the eyes of the narrator. So, despite their different settings and times, both authors explore profound personal and societal themes through the lives of their characters. This similarity emphasizes how epic novels can transcend cultural boundaries while still exploring universal human experiences. Choice D highlights a clear similarity between the two novels by describing them both as epic. This term really emphasizes the grand scale and scope of these works. To support this idea, it provides their specific page counts, 210 pages for one and 4,215 for the other, showing just how extensive they are. This detail helps us understand why both are considered epic. Their length alone sets them apart as monumental pieces of literature. So, in summary, Choice D not only points out the shared quality of being epic, but also backs it up with concrete numbers, making it a strong and accurate comparison. In 1898, the United States declared war on Spain, and a key event that helped sway public opinion was the sinking of a U.S. battleship. But what really fueled the push toward war was the role of journalism at the time. Publishers like Joseph Pulitzer and William Randolph Hearst were fierce competitors, and they used sensationalist coverage to attract more readers and increase sales. They didn't hold back, covering Spain's harsh rule over Cuba and sensationally reporting on the battleship sinking. Their stories painted Spain as a villain, which influenced many Americans to see war as necessary. This aggressive journalism played a crucial role in turning public sentiment in favor of war, ultimately leading the United States to declare war on Spain in 1898. So this slide highlights how journalism, especially sensationalist reporting, can shape national decisions and actions, connecting directly to the broader theme of media influence on history. Choice A clearly shows how sensationalist journalism directly influenced public opinion by shaping Americans' desire for war. This connection is crucial because it demonstrates the powerful role that media played in swaying public sentiment and ultimately leading to the declaration of war. It highlights how biased or exaggerated reporting can mobilize a nation toward a specific action, in this case, going to war. By emphasizing this link, we see the media not just as a passive observer, but as an active participant in shaping historical events. This example aligns perfectly with our overall theme of understanding the significant impact journalism had during that period.